Hi folks, G3 here and welcome to another instalment of my journey to go green. Today's episode is an unboxing of my new sewing machine, which is a Necchi Q411A. I probably pronounced that wrong, but yeah, there we go. The Necchi Q411A sewing machine is perfect for keen sewers who are going to be working with multiple layers. It's able to cope with sewing layers of denim, soft leather, canvas, as well as delicate fabrics like silk and satin. So this heavy-duty sewing machine, it features 11 stitches. There are 4 auto one-step buttonholes, 3 dial selection and adjustable stitch lengths and widths. It's got 3 different needle positions and a high-power 90-watt motor that's capable of up to 1,000 stitches per minute. This particular model that I purchased came with a 167-piece professional sewing kit, and that contained a variety of needles, pins, threads, elastics and more, and I didn't have to pay much more for that. So let's have a look at this sewing machine, unbox it and see what comes with it. Now, I bought this from Hobbycraft, and at the time of purchase it was £166. Now, £165 of that was for the sewing machine. £1 of it was for an extra kit that came with it, which is 167 pieces of needles, threads and various bits and pieces, and we'll have a look at that when we get out of it. So I've already untaped the top. So it comes with a load of Air Plus packaging, minimum 50% recycling. Okay, that's, well, at least it's 50% recycled, but that's not great. Though this is, in theory, recyclable. It's got the number 2 symbol on here. So you should, in theory, be able to recycle this or probably reuse it if you can store it and reuse it. Wow, there's quite a bit in here. Okay, that's rather a lot of packaging that came with it. This main box is probably only taking up about half of the capacity that is in here. This is the accessory set. It's a knit and stitch set from Hobbycraft. So this is a Hobbycraft owned professional sewing kit, and it's got a range of various different threads, and I can see there's a thread ripper, a threader, elastic yarns, needles, hangers, various different threads in there. So that's not a bad little extra kit. Also a set of machine needles, a heavy assortment. It's got 2 80s, 2 90s and 2 100 sized needles there. So those bits and pieces are pretty good for an extra £1. I think that's quite a bargain. Now the actual machine itself. Here we go. Here's the Necchi Pro. Now it says that it is exclusive to Hobbycraft. It comes with an all-purpose foot. That's used for most utility sewing, from straight stitch to zigzag stitching. It's got a levelling button featuring the capability to jump over large lumps while sewing and no more getting stuck at a rise or uneven surfaces. It's got a non-stick foot. It says it's designed to be used on hard to handle fabrics such as leather, plastic and coated fabric. The foot has a non-stick coating on the underside to allow the fabrics to pass under the foot smoothly. It also comes with a pack of needles, numbers 11, 14 and 16 for lightweight through to heavyweight fabrics, apparently. It comes with a 3-year warranty, and it's got a metal bed plate. It's 1,000 stitches per minute. It's adjustable stitch length and width, adjustable needle positions, 11 utility and decorative stitches, a bobbin thread cutter, powerful and durable. It says work for heavier weight fabrics such as denim, leather, canvas and corduroy. Again, I've gone and stripped that open, so let's get this out. Now, looks to be quite well packaged in there. It's got some polystyrene on top, which is always a shame because obviously it's not something you can recycle. Right, so polystyrene. I mean, it is good that it looks to be very well packaged. Now, okay, right. It's got a carry handle on the top, so I'm able just to lift it out. There we go. Okay, so that's the machine. In the bottom of the box, we've got a few little pieces here. So what have we got? We have a cover for the machine. We have an instruction manual. It's quite a thick instruction manual. Okay, the noticeable thing about this to me is that all of this manual is English. Now often when you're getting products, they will have a number of different languages, and the manual itself doesn't have a huge number of pages for the particular language you need, but this looks to have quite a reasonable manual in here, going through setup. It's also got about sewing basics, various different stitches, utility stitches that you can go through, quilting, and then it's got maintenance and troubleshooting at the back. So that actually looks like it's quite a reasonable manual. Okay, and in the middle, quite securely, there's an extra bit of polystyrene, and there's a bag there. Okay, so this is the foot, or the pedal I should say. With a UK plug on there, so we've got the pedal there. Well, that's looking like a good machine. It's got a little bit of material under here that appears to be, there we go, just lift the foot up, a demonstration. So they've gone and practiced the threads beforehand, so you can just see the threads on here. It is still attached, so they've been just a little demonstration that it's working on all of those, a little test beforehand. Well, that's good. Okay, so what we've got here is on top, it's showing us the threading motion, so it shows where you need to go with the thread. There's a clear diagram there as to how you need to do that. We've got the possibility to move the spool, so you can wind onto the spool. There's also a gauge for closeness of the stitch. And on the front, there's a few different dials, so we can see there's one to change the stitch type, and that's quite a nice firm motion on that rotary dial there. I like that. Same with that one. Yeah, there's good firm click on these. I like that. That is looking strong to me. This is really looking like a robust machine. And what we've got here at the front is a little, let me just pull that off. There we go. That comes out with a latch. And that's a nice little feature at the bottom. There's a little stretch of cloth material there just to protect it as it glides in. That's good. So we've got a little opening here. And what we have are the various different accessories that have come with it. So spools, the button guide, and there's some needles in there and other bits and pieces, some feet that will come in very handy. And that just easily fits in there, and hopefully just, there you go, slides back in quite nicely. Power, there's a clear power switch there, the on-off. This just looks like a really robust bit of kit. I am going to take a little while to get used to this and to learn how to use it to its best of its ability, but I'm really pleased with that. So there you go, that's what's inside the box for this Necchi Jeans Pro Q411A sewing machine that I got from Hobbycraft. It comes with the machine itself, it's got the accessories in the front, they've tested the stitching on it, so you can see that's working okay. It comes with the pedal and the power cable. We've also got the instruction manual, which looks to be really in depth. It's got a cover, which is probably not the most substantial, but let's give that a go. Right, so it's a straightforward cover that's got room for the handle to come through. There we go. That's going to protect it enough, get the dust off. So that's good. And as an extra, I also bought this professional sewing kit from Hobbycraft and the needles for £1 extra. The whole package was £166, whereas the machine on its own was £165. So it's a no-brainer really, isn't it? You're going to easily get use out of this. There's loads of bits and pieces in here. There's scissors, measure, there's a brush, spools, and there's a thimble, some safety pins, and a whole range of things that you're going to find, I think, really useful. Well, there you go, folks. Hope you found that useful. You've been able to see what comes in the box and see that it's a reasonable bit of kit. It seems to be quite solid and comes with quite a few bits and pieces. And the dials and everything, nice and solid. So if you did find it useful, then please click the like button down below, and why not leave a comment? Let me know what you think of this, whether you're using one already, whether you're thinking of changing to this slightly stronger machine perhaps, whether you're an experienced sewer and you can share some tips with us. That would be great. Thank you. If you haven't done so already, why not subscribe to the channel? And that way you can follow my journey to go green, and perhaps some of the hints and tips that I'm sharing you'll find useful. I cover all things like green products in the garden, what I'm doing to grow my own vegetables and be as self-sufficient as possible, and also electric vehicles. I share my experience of using an EV and everything I know about charging and infrastructure, and basically helping you in your first steps at getting an electric vehicle. Self-sufficiency when it comes to things like sewing, repairing my clothes, and potentially also making some new ones as well. Who knows where it's going to go? Well, thanks for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.